That it is time for opening statements. We have already flipped the coin. Loren CULP will go first, and Mr. CULP, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, and welcome to everyone. Thank you to our moderators. Thank you to the governor for agreeing to this, although I would have preferred it to be on the same stage. I appreciate your cooperation in at least getting this part done. This is the most important conversation I believe that the state is going to have and needs to have for the next 4 years of our state. What we have right here in Washington is a leadership crisis. I've been in leadership positions my entire life. I served in the United States Army. I was a sergeant. I went through drill sergeant school. I also went through the Non-Commissioned Officers Academy. I was an honor graduate from the Non-Commissioned Officers Academy. I was also an honor graduate from my advanced individual training class. I trained civilians into being soldiers. After my military service in the 101st Airborne Division, I went into the civilian workforce. I learned the building trades and worked in the Olympia area, right where we're at right now. I worked for other people for 3 or 4 years. And then in 1988, I started my own construction business working right out of Olympia, right here. I built that up from nothing, ran it over 20 years, and then realized my childhood dream in 2010 and became a police officer. I've been in leadership positions my entire life. I've got 3 different careers where I've been in leadership, and this state is in a leadership crisis right now. You can tell that by the governor just taking a big pay raise and saying that he can't control that. Well, he can issue executive orders to affect your pay and your job and your business, but apparently he can't issue an executive order to stop his own pay raise. So that's a little bit one-sided. I think we need some strong leadership, and we need someone who's going to represent we the people and stand up for citizens' rights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. CULP. Governor Inslee, 2 minutes.
Thank you. I am delighted to be here tonight with the coalition and Chief CULP. I am delighted that the extraordinary Seattle Storm are again world champions. And I'm really delighted that tonight we can have a discussion about why our state should be confident that we can defeat the COVID pandemic and that we can rebuild our economy. And fundamentally, the reason we should be confident is because of the extraordinary work that we have done together in the last few years. And it is extraordinary. We have done great work in healthcare for the healthcare needs of our people. 800,000 people now having insurance, and now having started the first public option in the United States. Working people have needed help, and we have produced extraordinary benefits with the best pay family and medical leave policy in the United States, the highest minimum wage, and the best overtime rules. Our children obviously need a great education, and we should be proud that we've accomplished the best, most generous financial aid program for our college students and apprenticeships programs for those going into the skilled trades. We've accomplished so much in clean energy. But tonight we have a bigger question to answer, and that is, are we going to step up and fight the COVID pandemic? Or are we going to belittle it, to ignore it, and in some sense surrender to it? And I feel very strongly we have to stand up and face this and beat this virus into the ground. We have to do smart things, including wearing a mask and social distancing, because we know that these things work. And when we follow science in Washington, as we do, good things happen. We are a science-oriented state, and we can use our science and our heads and beat this virus. And the reason is so we can reopen our economy. And I'm looking forward to that. So let's get started.